So happy Thursday, everyone. This is JoJo Bennington. This is the Empowering Healthy Women Thursday night, 30-minute kind of hangout, check in, check up, see what's going on, talk about girl stuff. Me and my partner in crime, Miss Liddy Flom up there. Go like this, Liddy. Yeah, there she is. We do this every week. We've been doing this. This is our 40th week. Can you believe it? And just to talk about girl stuff and things that fire us up and light us up. And as we meet incredible people, we want you to meet them as well. And so the person that I get to introduce you tonight, I actually got to spend a whole entire weekend with in San Diego just a few weeks ago at an incredible event. And Lisa was there with us, and I see her on. I don't know where they're at or what they're doing, but they're listening in. So Lisa's there too. And so she's just a bright shining light and is just sprinkled love on all of us all weekend long. And you know, she does a lot of things, and we're going to bring her back down the road to talk about some of the other stuff that she does. But one of the things that I love the most, because I am such a crystal stone person, she makes this incredible jewelry that she's able to tap into the energy of the stone, of the crystal, figure out what you need, like where is it, do you want more love, do you want more abundance, do you want like those things, and to be able to match you with not only the stone but also the affirmation to take that to the next level. So it's pretty cool what she does. And so I appreciate her so much for being here. And before we start, I just want you guys to hear, I'm going to play one little short testimonial that I heard from one of her clients, Betsy, who just had some amazing stuff to say. So I want to share it with you before we get started. And why is this not working? I don't know why I can't hear it. Oh my goodness. We are just having technical issues all over the place today. It was playing fine earlier.
JoJo, I can hear a little bit of something.
Can you hear her?
Yeah, it's really, really low, but I can hear something unless somebody else doesn't have their mic muted.
No, it's her. It's just, it was really nice in quality a little bit ago, but
maybe we can post it. Maybe we can post it into the group.
Yeah, I'll post
afterwards.
it into the group so you guys can hear it. And because it was just really cool how she talked about how the piece felt so sacred, and she just tapped into the energy and also into just gave her an affirmation to go along with it, just to increase the energy. And it was just really cool little. So I'll post those up. I'll post up the testimonials so you guys can hear them, because they're really cool. And I'm just going to stop talking and let you talk to us, because I am not the star of the show here. You are. And so everybody, please meet my friend, Miss Debbie Lichter. And she's like, yay, so happy that you're here.
JoJo, thank you so much. And ladies, it's so good to be here. And first of all, I'm such a big fan and advocate of what you're creating here in the group. And just, you know, like, we truly are, I mean, we know, like, we are the ones who are the healers and the activators and the bridges, and, you know, the ones who are really here to light up the world and to spread our love and to be the very vibration of the love and the inspiration that we want to share in the world. And so, you know, I first of all just want to say that it's an honor just to be here amongst all of you, because I feel like I am surrounded by other sacred priestess, galactivated women who, you know, who are here to do some really powerful stuff and who care a lot about helping others. And, you know, there's like JoJo mentioned, there's multiple ways that I really take a stand for women in coming back into their most congruent, authentic expression, so that they can, you know, shine their light and go light up all the people that they're here to light up. And one of my absolute joys and pleasures is to do that through adornment alchemy. And so, you know, the jewelry really like, it wasn't like I ever set out to become a jewelry designer. I actually struggled with a lot of addictions. I struggled with food addiction and with just severe anxiety and self-doubt, and, you know, just really, really struggled on the inside. And it was my journey of coming into becoming free and coming into alignment and congruence with, you know, with who I really am, that like my creativity bubbled out of that. And so it really came from this place of joy and this place of like embracing all of your parts, like just all of you, your imperfections, and just, you know, really taking a stand for being your most empowered self, just today, right here, right now. And so that's what the jewelry was founded on. It was founded on this, like, we're not here to be perfect. We're here to be ourselves fully. And I feel like that created this ripple, this vibration that then just grew from there. And as I continued to grow and expand and really access new levels, you know, new frequencies of vibration and freedom within myself, the pieces seem to also, you know, have that. And so what I love to do, like Jojo was mentioning, is there's a way that I feel like I'm kind of like a stone whisperer, you know, where I love to meet with women and to connect with, hey, what are you really feeling called to bring into the world? What's lighting you up? How do you want to be showing up in your family and your business, with your friends, with your partners? Do you want more partnership? Do you want, you know, like, what are you calling in? And then to feel into what are the pieces that are going to create a vibrational anchor point to really support you with where you're at and where you're going. So yeah, so that's a little bit about like how it got started. And there's so much more that I want to share with you today. And Jojo, I don't know if you wanted to speak into anything that I just mentioned so far.
I'm loving it all. So you're rolling. So
Okay,
you
cool.
go. So you know what would be great is to just like talk about some of the really cool stones that you love for yourself that may resonate with us, and some of the properties that go along with that.
Yeah, well, so one of the things, and you know, this also just kind of ties into like the story of how it all got started, because I didn't know how to make anything, but I wanted to do something creative. And so the very first thing I learned how to do was to make a wire wrapped ring. And it was just kind of funny because it's like all I knew how to do for an entire year. And I just wanted to wire wrap everything. But I started to work with these really cool gems, and that became my thing. So for years, I was just known as the person who had these really cool, like this right here is raw ruby. I don't know if you can see the raw ruby, but it's one of my favorite stones. Raw ruby, well, ruby in general, it's so incredibly grounding, very, very connecting to your first chakra, but also to love and to passion. But it means the color of blood. As you'll notice, it's kind of like a purpley color. It's almost like it's the color of my shirt, you know? So it's not that kind of like bright red thing that we kind of think of. But so for me, it's like the color of blood. It's the color of life force energy. And there's something that I find just in connecting with what it means to be a woman and connecting with what it means to be an empowered woman and a healthy woman that has so much to do with like connecting to our vital life force energy. And so when I'm working with a piece that is that's made with ruby, and there's another stone that I'll mention in a moment, but I have this lariat that is it's ruby, and then it's this other stone as well, and I call the lariat like sexy and empowered, like the sexy and empowered necklace, because it's like the sexy, empowered, successful. That's what it is. It's sexy, empowered, successful necklace. Like, who doesn't want more of that? You know, I know, right? But so yeah, whenever I just had a woman come over last night and purchase a ring and purchase a ruby ring, and it's like when you're wanting to just feel your most vivacious, sexy, full-bodied, full flavor, passionate, robust, you know, empowered self, like ruby all day long. So that's an awesome one. Another one that I'm wearing is this is raw smoky quartz. So I like to work with a lot of raw stones, because I just do, this is my style. And I think that, again, like embracing all of our rawness, embracing all of our realness is just something that really inspires me. I do work with some polished styles as well, because we are polished as well, but sometimes it's fun to really just work with the raw stuff. So smoky quartz. So if you're somebody who wants more grounding, if you want to release negativity, if you really just want to feel more calm and more centered, then smoky quartz is a really powerful one. This is also another one of my top sellers, and it's a bold statement. And what I love about all the rings too, and especially working with the raw ones, is that every stone is unique, because they're all unique cuts. So like every piece becomes a unique one of a kind. So there's a couple other that I pulled. So, you know how I mentioned that there was another stone? Yes. Did you want to say something, Jojo?
I was just going to say, can you just make me a bodysuit out of smoky quartz?
Totally, right? I know. Just put it all in there. I know, it's great. And what's really cool is that clear quartz, which I've got some clear quartz right here. I've got some clear quartz. Clear quartz is like just an amplifier for whatever it is that you're calling in. So when you're working with like, it's a global healer. So it's good for all the chakras. And it's just an amplifier. It's like putting a megaphone on whatever it is that you want. So if you're wearing another stone, it'll just amplify that. So it's cool to wear clear quartz in addition to something else. But what's also cool is that if you're wearing rose quartz or smoky quartz or any of the other quartzes, you're getting those properties of the clear quartz, and then you're getting the other things on top of it. So it's like double, triple benefit. You know, I mentioned that there was another stone that I love so much, that I pair with I do pair it with amethyst, but I pair it with ruby all the time. And that's this other ring. This is my citrine. So citrine, again, I mean, who doesn't love them some citrine? Citrine is a success stone. It's a confidence stone. So very activating for your third chakra. So your power, your personal power. This is also known as the merchant stone. But what I love about this stone, and what I find really supports women, is so many times, and I know I struggle with this, with self-doubt. And what I find is when you have a stone like citrine that you're wearing, not only is it helping you to feel more confident, but it's actually helping you to trust yourself more. And so there's something about that, because I think that as women, we can kind of tend to be really focused on other people and like people pleasing, and, you know, what are they thinking of me, and how should I be so that they're going to like me? And, you know, we can kind of get all caught up with that. I call it the external feedback loop. And citrine is one of those stones that can just bring you back to you. And so that's just a really powerful thing. And then while you're being you, you might as well be super successful at the same time. Like, why not? So, right? Why not? So, two other stones, I mean, I could show you stuff all day long, but two other stones that are really calling to me three other stones that are really calling to me to share today is the raw rose quartz. So again, like what I love about, I mean, rose quartz in general, of course, this is a direct connection to love, but like all kinds of love, self-love, compassionate love, romantic love. It's just like that beautiful vibration of love. And what I really love about the raw stones is that it's also a symbol of raw love, and that like it doesn't need to look any way, and you don't have to be anything other than how you are right here, right now, in order to receive love. And actually not just receive love, but just to be love. Because I think that sometimes we're talking about calling in love or receiving more love, and it's like, well, we also just are love. So let's just amplify that. Let's activate more of that in our lives. So that's a really powerful one as well. And then one of my faves, and I'm just showing you these ring styles because they're easy to grab, and I'm kind of holding the phone with one hand. And so, but the other stone here is, this is amazonite. So for anybody who is really holds back on speaking up, or feels like you're being a little bit inauthentic, or you just want to be able to voice and speak up more. You feel like maybe even you are wanting to be a speaker, or you're wanting to share your message with more people. You're wanting to share your voice. You wanting to share your story. Amazonite is like Amazonite, a very, very powerful stone for that. Super activating for that. Again, this is a very popular one. It's a popular color because it's so gorgeous. This kind of like sea foam sort of green. Yeah. Oh, you've got your Amazonite there. Yeah, you're showing us, do a little show and tell the Amazonite. Such a beautiful stone. There's a whole range of the colors that it comes in. It can kind of go to more greeny to like more sort of more blue like this. To like really turquoisey blue, but just symbolically and energetically, it is so powerful for your throat chakra. So if you are somebody who finds that you hold back, you don't speak your truth, you kind of withhold, or that you just want to communicate more, you want to share more, you want to speak up, then this is definitely the piece for you. And last but certainly not least, we have our amethyst. And I mean, amethyst is just, if you are on a path of wanting more spiritual connection, more spiritual freedom, if you're like me, you struggle with any kind of addictions, food addiction, drinking, like anything, addiction to just, obsessing or fixing or control or image management or, working or any of those things, then amethyst is a very, very powerful activator for you. And, I use this stone. In fact, when I started on my journey of getting free from my addictions, and I was really like involved in the recovery world, I like all the rings that I make, I call empower rings, which is so great for this community. Yeah, they're called empower rings because they really are. But then when I made the amethyst ones, any amethyst ring that I make, I call it, it's an empower ring, and it's also a recover ring. So amethyst is also super, super powerful and super activating. So yeah, that's a little bit of my show and tell. I could go on and on forever. You can see how lit up I get about it. And I didn't even talk to you about my leaves, but these are all real leaves that are dipped in 24 karat gold or sterling silver, and they all have very activating properties and powers. This is eucalyptus, which is very cleansing, but also very protective as well. So yeah, there's so much. And that's why what I love to do, because it can almost be overwhelming. That's why what I love to do is just, connect live with people and be able to, like talk with them and hear where they're at and show them pieces and kind of like have it more be interactive versus like, oh, just go to my site and just, it's like, because it's like these stones want to be brought to life, and they want to be a part of us. And I think I'll just close with this, because before I got on the call tonight, in my time zone, it's 5:55 right now. I love that. Been getting it all day long, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Anyway, but what I wanted to share was that when I tapped in and just like listened for the message that wanted to come through tonight, I connected directly in with the stones, with just stones and crystals, with just like the vibration of crystal wisdom. And we all got this message. And this message was, we're not just jewelry. We have gifts for you, and it's time. And it's time for you to just receive. It's time for you to step into the fullness of who you are. It's time for you to fully enjoy it. Like the word that kept on coming up was rejoice. Like there's nothing for you to do other than just be in your joy. Yeah. And just rejoice. And I just got that over and over again. And it was like these stones are like, we're here to remind you. We're here to remind you of who you are and connect you to who you really are. And so I found that particularly inspiring, and I wanted to share it with you because, gosh, I don't know about you, but it's really easy to get caught up in the day, and then we kind of forget to just like sit back and enjoy this life, this beautiful life that we're working so hard for. So yeah, I think Jojo, I'll leave it with that, and I'm excited to contribute more and to connect more with this community. And this is just the beginning. I feel like this is like a first date together. So nice to meet you, and I can't wait for more.
Thank you so much for sharing all of that and for the message. I had to ask you, when I heard Betsy talk about her testimonial, she talked about how there was an affirmation that was put into what she was doing, or so the actual piece, so can you explain a little bit about how that works?
The actual affirmations and yeah. So, well, that's why I love, oftentimes, like when I meet with a woman one-on-one, I do, what I call an adornment alchemy session. And so the adornment alchemy session is to connect in with what it is that they want, what they're calling in. And then we're putting together that piece. And then oftentimes some words will come through with that. And then every time that they adorn themselves, because you can imagine, like, if you're finding these vibrational anchor points, if you're adorning yourself in these vibrational anchor points that are connecting you to what it is that you're calling in and what you want and how you're being in the world, then every single time you wear it, every time you put it on, it becomes an affirmation of that very thing. It reinfuses that. And so, we accessorize all day long, but we're not talking about accessorizing, we're talking about adorning. And so oftentimes when I'm in that dynamic, then there will be, an affirmation or, some kind of like adornment ritual that just comes through me that I then share with the woman. And it becomes like, it's like the image that I'm getting is like from Avatar, when like the hair goes inside of the thing, and like the things like, they like sync up together, it's like that they just sync up together, and the piece just continues to bless you in that way. And it speaks to you. It absolutely speaks to you.
I love that. I love that image. So, and your passion, and you can tell, so just tell how fired up you are about what you do. And we love that. And just appreciate all your knowledge. And I don't know if anybody has any questions they want to ask, or I know that there's a question about, somebody said, I want all of them. And so what we're going to do, when I get back from Mexico, because I'm leaving off from Mexico, but we're going to set up, I don't know, just like an online event, and we'll just show some of the stuff. And if anybody wants to, get a crystal, then they can do that. And get a ring, get a whatever, get a necklace. There'll be stuff that you'll be able to get. So
yeah, we'll do an online adornment alchemy party, and so cool. That will really, and I'll have all my stuff, and I'll have both of my hands, so I'll be able to show stuff and take photos of stuff, and
cool.
and really, what I would love is that every woman who shows up, I even have like an adornment alchemy assessment that I can send out ahead of time, because that just allows me to start to feel into the pieces and the styles and the stones that are going to be the most supportive and activating for the women who come. And so, we can get that going, and, Jojo, you and I can just coordinate around that, and I can either, post a link to that assessment in the group, or, we can talk about, what that looks like. But yeah, and then we can just get on, we can just play. And I mean, at the very least, you're going to learn so much about the stones that are going to most support you. And, you might walk away with, a really supportive collection of pieces that are like the woman who was over last night. She got a necklace from me. She got a rose quartz necklace from me, a custom made necklace. And she was like, I'm calling in love. And then she got that necklace, and literally she was on a plane that next day, and she met someone, and she was like, whoa. And she also got a pair of silver earrings from me. And she was like, I can't stop wearing these. And so she came over last night. She got another necklace and then the ruby ring. And so, you know, like that's just kind of, it just sort of happens that way. So,
Awesome.
but we're going on a first date, so that's good.
Well, it'll be fun, and it sounds like a ton of fun to me because we could play with crystals and stones, and like we could do it all day long. It would make me totally happy. So that sounds like a blast to me. So we'll get that set up so we can do that. And does anybody have any questions, or does anyone want to add anything in, or anybody?
Yes, so I'd like to ask for the website. What is Debbie's website?
Yeah. So I actually don't, because so many of my pieces are one of a kinds. I don't actually have a website. So there's nowhere to go. You can check out some of my pieces. I don't even know when the last time was that I put my latest piece on. You know what I will do? I will upload into our group some of my latest pieces. That might be the easiest thing to do. And then everybody can just, is that cool, Jojo?
Sure, you bet.
Okay. Yeah, that might be the easiest thing to do. And that way we can kind of just keep it all contained within the group.
Yeah.
I'd love
Absolutely.
that. Yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you for asking.
And we'll create an event, and we'll do that as soon as I get back. So I get back on the 20th, and we'll get it set up.
Okay, perfect.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And that'll be great too, because it'll be interactive. Like sometimes when you're on a website and you have a question about something, or like, what's the length of this, or how does this look on? And like, you can't really interact with the website. But if I post all the photos into our group, and then someone's like, oh my gosh, I've got my eye on that one, like, you know, or can I see that on you? I can take a photo, and, you know, it can be a little bit more like interactive that way, and it might actually be more supportive.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
Jojo.
you. Yes.
Can you show us what you were holding up a little bit more close up?
Oh, that's funny that I was like, what is she talking about? I was like, oh, I totally have it. I didn't know that's how you said it. So
Amazonite?
Amazonite. I was calling it Amazonite, right? So I was calling it the wrong thing. But it's oh my gosh, there's so many different colors of this, from peachy to like almost an aquamarine and browns, and there's just it's a ton of different colors.
A ton of fun.
Yeah, a ton of fun. So
thank you.
And Debbie did not make this one.
Oh, okay.
So this is not hers, but this was just so you guys could have an idea of what it actually looks like in different colors.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
So cool. But so anybody want to add in, and I
can actually show you. I've got, if I can open it here, I've got no, I'll just take a photo of it and I'll upload it to the group. I'm like, I've got 2 Amazonite necklaces right here in my hand, but
awesome.
Yeah, I'll upload them to the group. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate your time and your energy and all of your information. Hey, you. Go ahead.
So Jojo, is the only way that we can actually, or Debbie, is the only way that we can connect with you is through like an event? I have somebody that's actually is celebrating a birthday, and I was thinking about her while you were talking, and I'm like, maybe this is like what I need to like do.
Oh yeah,
gift her.
Yeah, we can definitely. Yeah, so if you go to you can just set up like an individual adornment alchemy set. First of all, you can just like private message me, and you know, we can connect that way. But if you go to adornment alchemy and I can put this link in the, you know, I can send it to you, whatever, adornmentalchemy.youcanbook.me, adornmentalchemy.youcanbook.me.
If you text that to me, then I can text that over to her.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
I will do that, and we can connect. Yeah. And
or you can share your phone number if you want and do that.
Yeah. You can absolutely give me a call too. 858-353-6162.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, total honor. I'd be honored. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you, Debbie, so much. We so appreciate you.
Thank you, Jojo. So appreciate you.
And good to see all your faces.
Thank you, Mary.
And same bat time, same bat channel next Thursday. So
Thank you.
See what we're gonna do.
Yes, Heather, I do sell in sets. I'm watching, looking at
She's
this
like,
now.
I want everything. So that's what I'm like, well, I guess we're definitely gonna do a little event so we can show you off. So
Cool.
thank you for all your info, and we will love to invite you back to talk about some of the other work that you do. That will be, it's a totally
Yes.
different direction, but we'll
Totally
yeah.
different, but good
So
stuff.
it'll be good to talk about, and something that so many of us deal with. So I think it'll be good to
Lovely.
have you on. So, all right, ladies, have an amazing week.
That was awesome. Thank you, Debbie.
Bye.
Bye.
You bet. Bye.